Welcome to Garage Sales Unhinged.
where the characters are as quirky as the finds.
I'm Julie.
And I'm Jake.
Join us as we dive into the wild world of garage sales, yard sales, estate sales, and anywhere secondhand sales are happening.
From bizarre bargains to hilarious haggles.
You won't believe the stories we've got lined up.
Let's get unhinged.
Jake, I went on an adventure the other week.
I don't want to know about it.
We have a podcast where we can talk about the adventure. I did it specifically for this.
No, I'm kidding. Like I'd love to hear about how your weekend adventure was. It wasn't just hanging at home. I take it.
No, it wasn't. Actually, so I have a lot of work travel coming up, and some of the trips I'm adding on an extra day to spend time with friends or to explore the city I've maybe not have been to before. But I will say whenever I do that, I do try to go to antique stores and vintage shops so that I can bring those type of stories back for the podcast, because whenever you go shopping in another locale, I'm going to talk about, so whenever you go shopping in another locale, like it's fun to see what they have. And I know I've talked about it before, whenever I stopped by an antique store in Maine and they were selling Civil War era stuff. And I'm going,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that was legal. Like you could do that. I thought everything was supposed to be in a museum.
It's supposed to be. You turn into Indiana Jones in that moment and you just start punching the shopkeepers. You know.
Well, yes, I like going to the shops. I love talking to the people that own these places and having those conversations with them. Another thing I've started doing is I will look at Facebook Marketplace for the location that I'm in. So Facebook Marketplace is based off of your geographic location of where you're at.
Right.
And when I'm traveling, I'll turn it to, pick up the geolocation for the area that I'm in. And the stuff that comes up, those people are crazy.
So like when you say like they're asking too much, or they're getting like they don't know what they're getting rid of, or what?
Just some of the crazy things that, like, maybe it's a folk art that they made while high on meth, and I'm going, no, that's not worth $50. There's also times, so like in Florida, my friends are trying to find an old surfboard that they can build a bench out of. To try to buy an old used surfboard in Florida, it's really hard to find that at a price that you're like, hey, I'm going to drill holes in this thing and I'm going to put it up. However, to buy a used surfboard in North Texas, cheap. Because usually someone's like, I can't give this away. Like, I need it to leave my garage.
Right. I just did this for the gram one weekend, and now I'm stuck with this thing. I live nowhere near a body of water, and the gram didn't work for me.
Well, so I did find a used surfboard out in Hawaii at the Goodwill, and I think they were asking $20 for it. And I texted my friends.
You got to get it back to your crappy place you live. Yeah.
Well, so I texted my friends in Florida. I was like, hey, I found a surfboard for $20. And they're like, cool, bring it back. And I was like, no.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna put it in the water. I'm gonna kind of angle it towards you, and I'm gonna push.
Yes.
And in about 2 months, go and check.
Except for that surfboard to get from Hawaii to Florida, it's got to go a lot longer.
Right.
I just see it floating in like the Panama Canal. Like, oh, cool, it took the shortcut.
Yeah, it's okay. I put a note on it. It's okay.
Well, so a couple of weeks ago, I was out running some errands and I saw the beacon that has caught my eye on weekends, which is the notorious estate sale sign.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, well, I don't have anywhere to be at this pressing moment. And so I did a hard right. Think of like Dukes of Hazzard, like going around the corner, like, oh, I gotta get there.
Yeah.
And I don't know when this estate sale happened, but whenever I walked in, I was probably the second person that had walked into this house for the day. And I saw a lady leaving with some fake plants, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea to get. Do you know how expensive like new fake plants are?
Oh, yeah.
See, they're ridiculous.
They are kind of crazy.
So if you're in the market for fake plants, go to estate sales. They have primo fake plants. for pennies on the dollar. And this day, this estate sale was doing 25% off everything. So it makes me think if I went there on a Friday, they probably had the first day was either Wednesday or Thursday. So they didn't have a ton of things left over, but for it to be 25% off, they were really trying to get everything out of the house that weekend. So I thought, okay, well, I'll walk around, I'll see what they have. Really nice neighborhood, like upscale neighborhoods. I'm like, cool, I'm probably going to find something. I did find fake plants. However, I don't really have a home for the fake plants in my current house, so I didn't buy those, but I'm kind of kicking myself, but also kind of not. Anyway, fake plants are great. They had the people that used to live in the house were named Mary Ann and Phil because they had a lot of dishes that were like Phil's barbecue and Mary Ann's appetizers. And I was like, okay, I know their names now. But both of them have passed. Their family is going through the process of cleaning out the house, probably getting it ready to go on the market. But as I'm walking through the house, there was a couple things that caught my eye. One, this couple loved doing puzzles. And they probably had framed at least 30 puzzles throughout the house.
Wow.
And not really I love puzzles, but I like doing them, then breaking them up and putting back in box and giving it to somebody else for them to do later. I don't really feel the need to not only do the puzzle, but then shellac it,
Commemorate the fact that
frame
I
it.
did this.
And then have a puzzle hanging up in almost every single room of a massive house.
It feels like the difference between catch and release and mounting the fish. You
Yeah.
know? It's like, I appreciate this experience and now it's for someone else to enjoy versus, all right, you need to know I did this.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I've heard of that, like people framing the puzzles, especially when it's a really beautiful piece of art or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. But some of these weren't, but also hey, they were 25% off. So if you needed artwork for, maybe your first home, an apartment, your first apartment, for maybe a C-rated movie, I don't know, anyway, I don't know what C-rated is.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't going to ask. It sounds like it's the other rating system for people that are cooler than you.
Yeah. Anyway, a lame movie. There, I said it. Anyway, I didn't buy the framed puzzles. So for people that are not familiar with estate sales, I learned this from our parents. The way you attack an estate sale is that you first go to the garage because they usually have some tools, good equipment in there, stuff like that. I will say they had quite a few tools in good condition. Some of it was still brand new. So again, everything was priced to sell and priced to move. So if I was in the market for it, it was a good place to go. And then the second place was to the backyard because the backyard is where they usually have planters pots. And if you've ever bought a brand new planters pot, just go and take out a second loan. They're so expensive.
Yeah.
Especially the large ones, like the oversized planter pots. People are wanting $200 for that.
What?
In this economy.
Right.
So they had a couple of very large planter pots that I would have loved to have had, but I'm not ready for them yet. So I would have had to store them.
When you say you're not ready for planters pots, is this an emotional thing for you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not emotionally ready. No, I'm going to end up redoing our side yard, and I want to put planters pots out there.
Okay.
And I'm not ready to do the side yard yet. So then it turns into, okay, once I take their stuff, then I have to figure out where to store it.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That is kind of part of the whole logistics of this wild game of secondhand that we talk about. Like, oh, that's a good deal. Is like the savings I could achieve right now worth the logistic nightmare that it sets me up for? Okay. No, that's cool. Yeah.
Well, and it's also because I've been going to a lot of estate sales, they have planter pots at every single estate sale. So,
yeah.
hey, if it wasn't something that was so unique or the right a specific type of color or something like that,
Yeah.
I can hold off because there's going to be another one available in next weekend. So like, just hold off on it if you don't have the space for it. Are you planning a garage sale, yard sale, or estate sale and need some help? Look no further than Garage Sale Supply. They provide top-notch resources and expert advice to help you host the perfect sale. From pricing tips to promotional strategies, they've got you covered. Visit garagesalesupply.com and make your next sale a success. So they had some really good planters pots in the backyard. Cool. Also, I think you and I have talked about it. If you're ever in the market for a new house, going to an estate sale in the neighborhood you want to go to, it's a great way to see a house layout before that gets staged and before people start making offers on it.
Okay.
So the things that I did buy stuff from this estate sale, and I did spend a small fortune. So I went into the master closet, and in the master closet, they had some men's clothes, some women's clothes, not really the style that I like, or even the size. I don't even know if they were the sizes that I wear. However, they had, and I've noticed I've started picking these up more and more. They had vintage scarves.
Hmm.
And so I went through the pile. I was searching up the ones I could find, but also I'm not buying them to resell. I'm buying them because I like them. So I bought 4 scarves and 1 handkerchief. So the scarves were, they're all vintage. They're all really pretty and I want to wear them. So like they're my style. But if I ever decide to sell them, there is a market for these vintage scarves. And some of them are like oversized scarves. So there's different ways that you can wear it. And
So you could sell them to Lenny Kravitz. Yeah.
oh man, if I had a mesh shirt collection, he would purchase the whole thing. Not the whole thing, just the meshy parts. Anyway, um, the handkerchief, it was definitely the man's handkerchief, but the thing about this handkerchief, it was
I'm,
silk.
I'm sorry. May I ask?
Yeah.
You're talking about the handkerchief.
Yes.
And in talking about the handkerchief, you point out like it was clearly the man's handkerchief. I wonder if you could explain how it was clear to you that this was a man's handkerchief.
Because based off of the ladies' wardrobe and the other scarves and everything, it wasn't like her color. It was more of the man's color. It was it's an off-white with a brown embroidery around it.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if there was just like, like,
His and
know,
hers.
right. Or like, they were like sports stats, sewed into the handkerchief or something like that. I wasn't sure.
No, no, but I do travel with handkerchiefs. I know Jacob just gave me a look like I have a top hat on.
Subscribe to our Patreon. You can see the quizzical look I just gave Julie.
Stop telling people we have a Patreon.
It's right on our homepage. Go to our Blue Sky profile
No, we don't have
and
that
sign
either.
up to our Patreon. And if while you're at it, contribute to our GoFundMe.
Yes, we do have that.
Yes.
Um, um, no, so I like traveling with handkerchiefs because whenever I need a tissue, and it's usually like I'm not honking out a great big loogie. It's like
Right.
I have I need to bat a tear or I
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
or I need to like rub my nose like it's it's
Add a tear. I love that.
yeah.
Yeah. It's not girls don't do that.
No, no.
Yeah. It's yeah. You just like, yeah. You wipe away an emotion. And
Well, I mean, especially right now during this cold part of the world, um, you walk outside and the wind hits you, and like all of a sudden, like your eyes water, your nose starts to drain, and it's like just having a handkerchief there so you're not like slobbering down your face and all that stuff. It's
what would
nice
people
to
think?
have,
Yeah.
and it makes me feel better than other people. There, I said it. I like having handkerchiefs. Anyway, I bought this one. It's a silk handkerchief. It's a beautiful handkerchief. So like I keep it in my travel stuff. So it's with me all the time. So I bought these scarves. They were each of them with the discount $4.
Oh, that's pretty steep for a handkerchief.
Well, but the scarves, so they included the handkerchief in with the scarves. The
Oh,
scarves were each $5, and then with that 25% off, they were $4. So
help me math that. How much did you pay total
$20
for?
for the 4 scarves and the 1 handkerchief.
That's not bad.
Yeah. No, it was good. And again, I did look up one of these scarves. Like I said, they're all vintage. If I wanted to resell it, it would resell for $60.
No, totally. Yeah.
But I didn't buy it to resell it. I buy it because I like it and I'm gonna
Right.
wear
Right.
it. The next thing I bought, which I had been in the market for, and I just didn't want to go spend an ungodly amount of money, was a certain size curling iron. So I was looking for 1.5 inch diameter curling iron.
Hmm.
To buy a brand new one, you're looking at least
Oh
50
yeah,
or
it's
60
crazy.
bucks.
Right.
Yeah. My current, the same size curling iron that I have, it wasn't heating up as well anymore. There's something wrong in the electronics. I've had it for 20, 30 years. I've had it for a very long time. And I thought, okay, well, I just need to get another one. And it was one of those things of like dragging my feet if I didn't want to. And I'll just, I'll just keep using this thing that doesn't work that well. It's probably going to catch the house on fire. It's going to like ruin my hair someday or, something like that. I found one at this estate sale, same size. It's a newer model than the one that I currently have. I bought it for $8.
Nice.
I was so excited. And I did ask the estate sale people, I'm like, does this work? And the lady looked at me, she goes, "You're welcome to plug it in. We've been told that everything works, but we didn't personally go through and check everything."
So did you do it? Did you go and like find an outlet and
Yeah, because it was
burn
in the
some stuff?
bathroom. It
Okay.
was in the bathroom. And so I plugged it into the wall and I turned it on and nothing happens. I'm like,
Sure. You got to wait for it, right? It's old.
well, it's not that old. Like it's still it was probably manufactured in the last 10 years.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh man, like this one doesn't work. And I was like, wait a minute. And I reached over and hit the GFCG,
Uh,
the reset button in the wall. And guess what? It worked magically.
there you go.
And it heated up very fast.
Yeah.
So anyway, I got a really cool curling iron. Now, this next item that I am going to tell you I bought it as a gift for our mother.
Well, should you not talk about it? Because she might be one of our 4 listeners.
Now I'm going to talk about it. She kind of knows that I got her something, but she doesn't know all the details of it.
Okay.
So, Mom, if you're listening to this, turn off the podcast right now.
Yeah, Mom.
Jeez, Mom.
Go
Ugh,
with
get
the
out.
sandwich.
So I bought a fur coat,
Ah.
and it is a vintage fur coat. It's from a store in New Jersey. That store is no longer operating, but it's authentic. It's from this place in New Jersey that used to shell out fur coats for decades. They closed in the late 90s. And this coat also has a high resale value. So if Mom doesn't care for this coat, if I don't want to keep the coat, I could turn around and make $200 easily on this coat. The interesting thing about, and I don't know what kind of animal it came from, and people are like, "You bought real fur?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh, yeah. You had texted me that you had bought a fur coat, and I asked whether it was real or fake, and you said real, and I called you a murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm a secondhand murderer.
You're right. Yeah. It's like, look, can you really desecrate a corpse?
Right.
It's just a thing.
I'm
It's just a
essentially
thing.
buying I'm
It
essentially
ain't got no
buying
soul. You can
I'm
you can do what
essentially
you
bu-
want.
I'm essentially buying a wearable taxidermy.
Yeah.
That's all it is. The animal died
A
decades ago.
long time ago, right?
Yes.
It like probably the fur that's on that jacket probably predated PETA. So you're
Oh
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is from like an animal that's probably long extinct. It's
And
fine.
honestly, the animal was probably an asshole, so
Oh,
it's okay.
totally
Yeah,
an asshole.
yeah.
Um, the interesting thing about this jacket, because again, we live in Texas. Why do you need a fur coat? One, our mother wanted one. Two,
Shut up.
the sleeves can actually be removed.
Oh,
So there,
whoa, what?
so you can actually have just the fur vest
Whoa.
or just wear the fur sleeves, but I wouldn't recommend that.
All right,
Um,
mom, grow a mullet and get into Pabst Blue Ribbon. We want to see you sleeveless and hairy chested.
I do not want to see my mother sleeveless and hairy
Yes,
chested.
that will resolve so much for me.
Oh my God, my therapist is going to have a heyday with that one. So it's a beautiful coat. The inside of it is monogrammed with the previous owner's name and everything, which is fine. No one's going to be looking at it anyway.
Right.
But I thought it was such a cool coat. It's amazing. It's beautiful, and that's what I got our mom. I will tell you how much I paid for it. The original price was. Ooh, do I want to say this? The original price was $300, and with the 25% off, I ended up paying $225.
Whoa. So have you done enough research to know what this thing would kind of go for?
It could go for anywhere between $400 and $600 if I wanted to resell it.
Wow.
And here's the
Wow.
thing is I have a friend that she sells vintage clothing and she does specialize in some fur coats. If I really wanted to resell it, I could work with her because she has the audience and she has the market for it. Give her a cut of the commission and then I could still make money off of it. But
Wow. You know what? You could sell the sleeves at a different time. You know?
or I could keep them for hostage and
You
just
know,
like,
hey, look, it's a vintage furry tube. Set of tube.
You know, I bet I could put like you remember those little Mexican jumping beans? I bet I could put that in the fur coat, sew it up, and just let it like run around like a wild animal that it is.
Yeah, newly discovered species. Wow. Amazing.
Um, but I will say, like it was a good estate sale. I think a lot of items had already left the house by the time I had gotten there, but really glad I did the Dukes of Hazard turn into the neighborhood to go to this place because by the time that I was leaving, the street was packed with people.
Wow.
And I just kind of looked at them going, I got all the vintage scarves and I have the fur coat and the curling iron. Go screw yourself.
I hope you were walking away slow motion, just kind of waving the hanky at him. You
Yeah.
know?
It
Yeah.
was just very much a Casablanca moment of
Mhm.
I'm leaving on the airplane and no one can touch me.
Beginning of a beautiful fur vest.
Yes. Yeah. In 80-degree weather in Texas.
That's right.
Great. Well, and also it's like, okay, so where are you gonna wear this fur coat to? I'm like, and our mom has said before, in my house if I want to. I wear it to
Right.
the grocery store. Who cares?
Exactly. Like, look, there's some ladies in Sunday school I'd really like to put in their place.
Yeah.
That's what this is for.
I'm gonna pull that tithe money real slow out of the pocket of that fur
That's
coat.
right. Yeah. That way yes, I can give the church $4. I'm wearing a $600 coat.
But it was a gift, so she didn't buy it.
That's right. Like, am I
But
supposed to turn away someone's generosity? I don't know if Jesus would do that.
so here's the thing too. I don't know if you realize this, but our immediate family, mom, our brother Richie, our extended family, all that stuff, we usually don't do Christmas together because
Okay,
everyone
I thought you were gonna say, we don't tithe. We generally don't support the church.
we, we don't usually spend Christmas together. And so um yours is a little bit different because we do an episode around a gift exchange with a secondhand item. For everyone else in our family, I don't shop for them until after Christmas. Like I go for the bargain, I go for the coupons, I go for the discounts. And then also whenever I have the time, I go secondhand shopping, thrift stores, estate
Right, why
sales.
not? Yeah.
So I'm like, I didn't buy mom a gift yet. So like whenever I found that fur coat, I was like, she needed something for Christmas, so perfect.
Hmm. Well,
So
fantastic. I'm really excited to see, like, I want to see like mom's gonna just have like one sleeve off the thing so she can show off the new shoulder tattoo.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. She can totally do that.
Like I want a mom to have a mom tattoo. Very
What
meta.
if what if mom had a you tattoo?
Whoa.
I
Or just me. It says me, right? Whoa.
But anyway, it was a really good estate sale. It was fun to go in and peruse everything. I will say it's something I'm kind of kicking myself for not buying, and I wish I had. But also for people that like to go estate selling, if you're looking for some really good quality but at a discount, Christmas ornaments.
Oh, for sure.
So this estate sale had a bunch of Christmas ornaments. They were asking with the discount, it was $8 per bag. And I felt like, I bet I could get them cheaper. However, I can't.
No, you can't. No.
And again, it went back to if I bought these, I'd have to get rid of my other ornaments because, again, storage. And so I ended up not buying them, but now I'm kicking myself. I'm like, maybe the next estate sale.
It is kind of funny. You go around what feels like kind of the go-to place for a lot of people lately for Christmas decorations is Home Depot and Lowe's.
Oh,
But like the thing everybody's trying to achieve now is a vintage look.
yeah.
And so if you buy the genuine item, you're getting it for a much better price.
These were not vintage. They were newer ornaments, but they had probably 5 bags of gold ornaments. And I have a white Christmas tree. So like it would have been pretty with a gold and white Christmas tree for next year. But I didn't buy them. So I won't be having gold and white.
Damn, you almost batted 1,000, Julie.
I know. I know. I'd spent a lot of money on a fur coat, so I held back on the ornaments.
Yeah, I don't think they saw I don't think they saw you coming. I don't think they saw anybody like buying that fur coat. So way to blow their
Well,
minds.
one of the estate sale ladies said that there's going to be 2 young girls that were going to be sad that the coat sold, and I think it was the ladies like grandchildren that wanted it or great grandchildren or something like
Damn,
that.
that's gold.
The family put it in the estate sale for a reason.
Or maybe she was just referring to 2 kids that wanted to sneak into an R-rated movie. You know?
Oh no, it was 3 raccoons.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But anyway, that's the story I had for this week. It was a fun venture out while doing some errands.
Well, congratulations on the haul. Sounds good.
Thanks. It was fun.
All right.
Bye.
Everybody, take care, bundle up, be safe, subscribe to our Patreon.
There's no Patreon. Goodbye.